I hope this video can help somebody out because I had a hard time trying to figure out what was going on with my car. This is my 2003 Honda Odyssey. It's got about 150,000 miles. The battery light came on, and when that happens, it's usually indicative of the alternator not doing its job, which is to recharge the battery. The battery is discharging, so try to figure out what was happening. First thing is to check the alternator belt. And the alternator belt is right here. This machine is called the alternator. And this alternator belt, it's also called a serpentine belt. It goes from the crankshaft, which is the center of the engine. It loops up behind here, down low, over the air conditioner, over to the alternator, into this thing, and then back around. This thing is called the auto tensioner. The auto tensioner's job is to make sure that it puts enough pressure on the belt to keep everything running right. In my case, this was completely loose, so I figured it must be the auto tensioner. The auto tensioner, to show you what I'm talking about, is that machine right there, the nice silver one. It's held on by two bolts. It's held on by the bolt here and the one up here. This is not a bolt that holds it on. This is actually something that you crank onto, and you pull this way with a big wrench or a big breaker bar. It compresses the spring that's in here and puts it releases tension on the belt to allow you to take it on and off. Well, the problem I had was this is my belt. Even after I replaced the auto tensioner, replaced the belt, it was still really loose. What the heck was going on? Well, I decided to check my connections and found the culprit. It was the alternator bracket that I had broken. This is the alternator. Again, its job is to make electricity to recharge the battery while the car's running. There is a bracket that goes from here to here, and this had snapped and ended up taking all the tension off. It didn't make sense to me why it would break. And this is what it looks like. And there is how it was broken. It snapped off right there. And that's the other piece. And how it sits is it's supposed to sit, get the right way, like this down in here. So the broken part goes here. This part with the bolt with the nut on the back here. And this part right here, a little 10mm bolt. What the problem was is I had not torqued those bolts down to the right specifications. I had replaced the timing belt and had to remove the alternator, shift it, and I didn't torque them down the right way, and that's what the problem was. So anybody that's having the same problem with this bracket breaking, it's because these bolts aren't torqued down correctly. So for your reference, this one gets torqued down to 33 foot-pounds. This one, 16 foot-pounds. And the little one that goes right here, this little 10mm job, 8.7 foot-pounds. If you put those to the right specifications, this won't snap. Hope this helps somebody out.